Hey guys, Richard with Hunter Gatherer Society. Finally back in the woods. It's been a long few months, and I just did another video here recently. That was the first in a while. We moved up to Washington, started new jobs, and then we ended up moving again, buying a house, and so just getting settled into that, and just haven't had a lot of time, to get out in the woods. I haven't done any camping yet. Really looking at next year to do a lot of that. It's the end of September. This weekend we will click into October, and I apologize if that's shaking just a little bit, but kind of is what it is here. So today I'm at a little county park in Chimacum, Washington, halfway between Port Townsend and Port Ludlow, where I now call home. And the lobsters have been out, although we should be kind of winding down on those. I think. I don't know. I guess I'm still learning this Washington mushroom season. The mushroom season here is just starting. It's been dry for months, and we just got a few days of rain. So I'm optimistic that we'll find something. I don't know what, because again, it's the first rains of the year, and really the mushroom season comes on later. So let's head out in this little trail here, and again, sorry about that shaking, but let's see what we can find. Man, what a beautiful day. I'll tell you what, we had a few days of good rain after a long dry spell. So I am really hoping to find some mushrooms popping today. It's about 65 degrees, sun's shining, wind's finally down, rains are over. So time to find some mushrooms. Oh, there's something. What is that? Interesting. It's actually got like a little red hint to the stem. It looks like the shrimp Russula. It even smells a little seafoody. Huh. But it's a brown cap. That doesn't make sense. Should be a red cap. I'm going to keep that one. See if I can figure out what he is. Be careful when you're walking in here, though. Man, it's a tangle. A couple small ones. Not sure what they are. Garbage over here. This almost looks like we're close to some houses here. We might be in someone's neighborhood, so we'll kind of work our way out of here. Anytime you're in Washington and any type of public lands, you always want to be aware of the homeless population, of course. Whoop. As I said, watch your footing. Oh, here's some big ones. But they're old. Oh, yeah, they're real old. Huh. Not sure. I mean, they look like a Russula to me, but those stems break apart. The Russula should snap nice and clean. Which they do not. But it could be because they're old too, so. Man, alright, this is a knotty mess. Alright, I'm gonna shut this off and work my way through this. Alright, managed to work my way out of that. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Oh, look at this. Hey, Yeah, there we go. Let me get this out of there. That, let me smell that. Oh yeah, it smells like shrimp. I got to do a little bit of confirming, but I'm pretty sure that is a shrimp Russula. Yeah, it smells like shrimp. Almost the stem doesn't seem brittle enough, but I'm pretty sure that is. I'll check a little bit more. I'll get the book out. I don't have it with me right now, but from looks, I'm pretty sure that's a shrimp. Snoop around here and see if there's anything else in this area. It's a little less tangled here, a little easier walking. This is public land. Oh, there's one right there. I'm a little surprised to be finding anything. I thought this would be worked over pretty good, but oh yeah. Put him in the bucket. One of the things too, when you go in off the trail, you know, explore the area, keep kind of a bearing on, you know, where that trail is, because you do want to kind of, oh, raspberry bush, actually blackberry, yikes. You do want to come out pretty much where you started, you know, in order to, oh, there's one, to best canvass the area. Oh, that's an old one. That guy looks pretty beat up. You know, to kind of best canvas the area. So I do kind of like a little oval pattern. I swing back around kind of to where I started on the trail and then keep going. I mean, you could just drift through here, but I don't know, I think I get a little better coverage by doing it that way. Trying to come back out where I started. Now this trail, there's a lot of little trails that access the main area from the houses, so you can't really go in there because there's houses right here. But you can go, you know, up to them, kind of check the area out near. Hey, what's that? What's that? Oh man, is that a? Huh? I'll be danged. It's a little lobster. I'll be darned. We'll put him in the bag. He's pretty small, but we'll see if I can salvage a few slices for breakfast out of him. Usually if you find one of those, look around. See if we can find anything else. Looks like he was flying solo. Just one little lobster. I love those lobster mushrooms, right? I mean, there's nothing that looks like them. If you find them, they are what they are. I saw an actual post on an ID forum today. Someone was asking, you know, is this a lobster mushroom? But the photos were just that, of the top of the mushroom sticking out of the ground. So there are other orange mushrooms, and the jack-o'-lantern is very poisonous. So, but if you pull that out and flip it over, it's a mushroom. It's got gills on it, where the lobster doesn't. It's kind of this weird bright orange chunk of stuff, right? And so if you're IDing it, right, pick it up and take a good look at it, and you'll know. I mean, once you see a lobster, there's no misidentifying it. But if you're going to post on a forum to get other people's opinions, make sure that you're sharing the underside of the mushroom the stem, the area that it's in. You know, what is it growing in? Make sure we have a good shot of the cap, the gills, stem. Another thing I try to do is get a photo of how it connects to the cap. You know, how the gills connect, because that's really important. You know, do they go right to the cap? Do they drop down the cap or down the stem? You know, do they, you know, how do they connect? Those are little important details that really help with identifying, especially these gilled mushrooms, where there can be a lot of variations. You know, you really want to give people everything that you've got so they can make an actual determination what that mushroom is. There's one right there. Oh, I almost walked. Oh, he's perfect. Almost walked right by him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a beauty. Now, here's one of the things. When you're working with Russula, you want a clean break, right? So I snap that stem off just nice and clean. It shouldn't be all stringy. It should be clean like that. I'm also looking for a seafood smell, which this one does have. And then you can touch any mushroom and you can do a taste test, a spit test on there. So I'm just gonna, sorry about that, I'm gonna break off a little piece. I'm spitting it out. And what I'm doing on a Russula, the ones that are inedible usually will have a real bitter or a peppery flavor to them. That is nice and clean. Actually has a little bit of a seafood flavor to it. So that's a shrimp Russula. That's what I'm out here looking for today. That's an awesome find. I have never, by the way, collected the shrimp Russula. It's one that I've been studying. One that I've been working on getting the identification factors for. And then, of course, I'll do a spore print on them, too, just to make sure. But, now, it smells like shrimp, tastes like it. No peppery flavor at all. And that's, any of your Russulas, you're looking for that. You want a nice, clean flavor to it. Spit it out. You know, just chew it up and spit it out for maybe 30 seconds, 60 seconds. See if there's any pepper aftertaste, bitter aftertaste. That's just awesome. All right, let's get back to hunting. And then, again, you always want to check that same area. It doesn't mean there's going to be more in that area. But you never know. If the conditions are right for that one, maybe the conditions are right for more. So snoop around a little bit and see. And like I said, I do that kind of oval shape. You know, I go out from where I stand. Look at that. What is that? Is there a little lobster underneath there? Sure it is. Just a baby. But him with the other one gives me enough for my for my breakfast, so I'll cook those up with some eggs. So again, you do that kind of, you know, start from where, you know, from the trail, kind of branch out a little bit, do kind of an oval shape, and then circle back kind of to where you started, and that gives you good coverage. And, you know, don't think, oh, look at these guys. Look at that. A little plot of LBMs, little brown mushrooms. Don't think because it's all gnarly and twisted in here, the mushrooms won't grow. Man, they will pop up in the most surprising places. And you want to kind of get off that trail too, because this trail here is one, whoa, there's something. This is one where people walk their dogs, and so dogs are peeing and pooping right off the trail edge. You want to get back in a little bit if you can. That one there is all folded up. Yeah, he's a little old. See the, look at the white, the mycelium down in the hole. So again, the mushroom, that's just the fruit. That's like the apple on the tree, right? The mycelium down underneath the ground, that's the real body of the mushroom. So the mushroom just gives you a little fruit to pick. And we are very appreciative of it. And one that age, you know, they've spread their spores around. You know, so you're not harming them by picking them. You're not harming the mushroom itself. Because again, the body is the mycelium under the ground. And that could spread for a long way. Ooh, almost got a face full of him. I don't think the camera is going to make him clear. He's hanging there looking for supper, so we'll leave him alone. Always pay attention. Don't forget to look up. There's probably the best tip I can give you. Mushroom hunters are notorious for getting lost because they don't look up. You can also end up with a big old fat spider who's just trying to get his dinner because you forgot to look up. So now I'm looping back around to where I came off that trail. So, all right, back on the trail. Here's another tip for you. If you're gonna go mushroom hunting, don't bring your power hiking friends. Because if you really want to find these, you got to take your time and look. You saw that one we found, man, that was well hidden. What is that? Oh, here we go. There's two. Ah, there's three. All right, let's take a look at this one. He looks like he's pretty old. Oh yeah, pretty gangly. Let's take you. He looks pretty old. Yeah, pretty old. This one might be a little better over here. Oh yeah, this is better. Yeah, he's a little older, but he'll do. Yeah. But you want to get off the trail, you got to take your time, because like we saw that one, it was so well hidden that you almost walked right by it. And anyone who's trying to get anywhere, like a hiker, or if you ever done this on your bike, which I really enjoy, you go biking and keep your eyes peeled for mushrooms and stop and work a good looking area, your other bikers will hate it. My dad once said, I don't understand how you people ever get anywhere. Well, that wasn't our purpose, right? We're looking for mushrooms, so be careful who you take with you. They might not find it all that appealing to spend 2 hours on a half acre. I find it quite appealing and quite productive sometimes. Yeah, you look at this piece of land where man, it doesn't look like there'd be much here. Not a lot of undergrowth, but I mean, there's a lot of moss. What's that? That's leaves, I think. Yeah, it is. A lot of moss. It rained, like I said, probably 3 really good days and then a couple of shoulder days of just kind of drip. So, and we were desperate for that. Now when it's dry, you've got to wait a while. You know, it's that thing where go out as soon as it rains and the mushrooms will be popping. Not always the case, especially if it's been incredibly dry. Sometimes it takes a few days, even sometimes a week or so, you know, for that moisture to soak in. Get a good day of rain. If it's been really, really dry, go out and just dig the dirt, kick the dirt a little away with your heel. You'd be amazed at how it's bone dry a ½ inch down. So the moisture hasn't reached down into the mycelium yet. But find a good spot. So I actually was here a few days back, found a couple nice lobster mushrooms. Actually, one of the bigger ones I've found in a while. And but that was about it. And then I came back a few days later. It had rained a little bit. I came back to check it out and didn't find anything really. It had been raining, but I didn't find anything. And I apologize. You can probably hear the road. I don't know what that is, but it's loud. This park runs right along a pretty busy roadway. It's a piece of county land that is kind of being, oh my goodness, there we go. That's being developed into a park, but it hasn't really been yet. And so I think just the locals use it. Oh yeah, look at him. Okay, I don't know if you can see him. There you go. Nice color. Look, oh, look at that. Man, they're pretty, aren't they? So yeah, not a lot of people, I don't think, use this. Yet. It'll be developed, and part of the purpose for development of this piece of land is actually foraging. So once that happens, more people will do it. But today, it's just you and I. So thanks for coming along. Does look like the local kids use it though. Look at little lean-to forts. There's actually several of them in here, so I'm thinking maybe a local Boy Scout group, or there's just a group of kids that live nearby and work this area. Keep your eyes peeled, people. Oh yeah, I know, I'm bothering you, aren't I? He says, leave me alone, man. I'm just looking for my dinner. And we will do just that. We'll leave him alone. They're just little wolf spiders. They're harmless, but I'm telling you what, I don't know if you're afraid of spiders or not. I'm not necessarily afraid of spiders. I don't like them if they're on me. I had a bad experience as a kid. And so up there, they're pretty cool. But you turn around and that sucker's on your face. I don't know. I think just about anybody might lose a year or two of life off of them. And they're not very big. In Florida, man, we had those big ones, banana spiders. Again, harmless spider. But, you know, if I suddenly have one of those slapped on my cheek, I might lose my stuff, man. Just saying. All right, I've never been on this trail. I think this offshoots to a few houses, but we're going to check it out. Oh, those are just flying bugs. Go over there. The spider's waiting for you. And this is suddenly, look how different this is now. The underbrush. Oh, look at here. I didn't even see these. Check that out, guys. And there's a bunch of them in here. I walked right by them. So those are snowberries. These are actually all snowberry bushes right here. Snowberries are actually not edible. They're high in saponins. You can actually use them like natives would have used them to cleanse their hair, you know, with the high saponins in it. They are used to treat burns and rashes. So you can kind of crush them up and rub them on burns and rashes. So skin treatment, but not edible. They would, the high saponins would tear up your stomach pretty good. So not a good plan. But man, this trail, they're all along here. Pretty sure these are all, yeah, these are winterberry bushes. This whole area is all winterberry, or snowberry, sorry. So useful for like, if you wanted to make a hand salve for healing, it would be useful in that way, but not as an edible. But apparently this is their season because they're all over back in there. Now you see we're getting kind of back into that sparse undergrowth. Over here we're not. Very interesting. I actually haven't been on this stretch of trail before. So it's a first for all of us. Still using the phone for the recording. Still haven't unpacked and charged up the GoPro. Figured out my holders and everything. And this trail's kind of winding in and out back here. That one looks like it goes up to the house. Let's see where this one goes. Man, gorgeous day. No wind. Like I said, it's got to be 65, 66, 67 degrees, somewhere in that range. Just gorgeous. That one looks like it goes off to a house. Maybe that development. We're going to stick on this trail. We don't have the right trees in here for oysters, although I've been finding some oysters already this year. It's the end of September, so the mushroom season here is just starting. You know, really like mid-October is when it's really at its peak. We got a little break in the rain now for several days, and then hopefully they'll come back so we can get a good October mushroom hunting season, but it'll run well into November, maybe even through November. I mean, in some ways, the mushroom season here goes all year. There's different mushrooms that do grow, but the primary mushroom season is October, November, I think. But, I mean, we'll figure it out, because I don't know. This is my first year here, so we'll see what it brings. Chanterelles are popular in this area. I haven't found them yet. I'm hoping to this year, though. Golden chanterelles and white chanterelles grow here in Washington. Maybe we'll get lucky. Probably not today. I'm not sure that we're around the right trees, but at some point. There's some kind of a berry. Not sure what that is. Never seen that one before. Okay, so there is the trail I just came out of. I wasn't going to come down this one because I know it just goes out to some houses, but it follows this little like tree line here, and then behind it you can see is more of that kind of mossy area that we've been finding the shrimps in. So I'm going to what I'm going to do is just kind of circle back through this to come back out where I started. Oh, excuse me, where I started, and work that area. But this is kind of the stuff we've been finding them in. There's a little something over there. I'll leave that one. Let him get a little older. See if he's got any buddies around. I don't see anything. Wait a minute, what's that? Do you see that? You guys see that? Look at him hiding. Man, that's awesome. That sure looks good here. What's that? Something hiding underneath there. See it? Well hidden. Well, I'll be damned. That, my friends, look at it. That is a white chanterelle. That's my first chanterelle find in Washington. That's absolutely fabulous. I am super pumped, and it is in fine shape. Well, I'll be. Now, usually, there's one, there's more, but man, I don't see anything else. I mean, he was hiding. Let me show you that mushroom again, guys. For those of you just getting started. So those chanterelles, they don't really have gills per se. If you look real, let me get that back in real close. They're not really gills. They're kind of like ridges. And then they run down onto the stem. They actually run down onto the stem there. And they always have kind of that same type of cap. Smell nice and mushroomy. And now normally down here, the golden chanterelle, they're gold. They're golden color. You're going to see them. But this is a white. And this is my first white I've ever found. So I found the cinnabar chanterelle, which is red, which is excellent eating. And I have found plenty of the golden chanterelles. But this is my very first white chanterelle. Super exciting. What's that? Well, that's not an edible one, but that's kind of a cool one. Oh yeah, that is a dyer's polypore. Interesting, it's only one layered though. Usually they're kind of stacked. Not an edible mushroom, but one used for dyeing fabrics. So kind of cool. I've actually been finding a lot of those this time of year. They kind of started popping even a little bit before the moisture came, almost like they knew it was coming. Again, not much use for us, but again, if you wanted to get into a natural craft, they use those to dye fabrics. I know nothing about that, so that's about as much info as I can give you. But if you want more, just look up dyers, like dyeing, polypore. Yeah, we've been on a little bit of a drought for a while now. I haven't seen much. It's all right. I've done pretty all right so far.